fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
33, carry on Johnson, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. First down and much more here for Jones. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Stafford delivers this to Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Second down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And a solid run down inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. To throw is Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. A slant to Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. A toss left side. Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
25-yard line.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
42.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Love now to pass on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Pass caught by number 12. Touchdown, Chicago.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down, Johnson. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on anyone in recent memory. It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Gay on for the point after.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, going to the air with Love. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's caught on the right side, Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Number 11.
A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra extra point away from tying the football game.
The kick is good.
And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's the
Marvin Jones, 30. 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Take over first and 10. At their own 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if and the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Patrick Owasor in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for a Lion.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
First and
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Matthew Stafford sacked.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he wins him off. But he can't get away from it, and down he goes.
was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Those were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel. So I to pay the proper price.
How much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Second down, Love. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the Lions, 43.
Throwing. Love. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Peters. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. On 1st and 10, Love. And from right side here, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
To the air again, Love.
Nothing fancy.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Number 12.
From 17 yards out. And the Bears have retaken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Stafford here. Galloway's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead.
Matt Gay on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You're almost talking me into it.
To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago.
Line number 11. Touchdown, Chicago.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him football. Some of these runs...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 53 yards. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
The Bears take over first and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love. And his throw is going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about an on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Here's a first down throw. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up...
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
2nd and 1 if people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Stafford on first down. He gets this complete to Cephas. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Swift. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Back at the 36.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
3-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jamie Collins. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. On play action. Love to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Bears first down.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The first down carry here for Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Carry on Johnson, the ball.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They go to Johnson again. Past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. He just bumped up his personal stats with a 2nd score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think I
think
just
that.
appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
No, you are.
Thanks.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Peters. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Peters. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll move the chains. Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards as the Bears push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, it's Stafford. And this one taken in by Cephas. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. The Lions on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. Stafford looks to throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Stafford. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Lions on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
1st and 10 at the
Stafford able to find Hockenson for a Lion first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets it down to the 32. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 32-yard line.
To the air again, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Hands to carry on.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
And goal.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, going to the air with Love. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is a bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them. But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look close.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. He finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Marvin Jones.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So left side, it's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The ball carried.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts,
The tackle made.
as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And the Bears First down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught on the right side ground. The 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Open man is Galladay, complete. The 30, 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
5-yard line. The Bears take over.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Love. He flings Brown complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. So that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of it. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Russell. And we'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
One last throw here for Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, it's picked. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points.